two switches on top. You have one for the 6V6. It's for the 6V6 means is for any 8-pin tubes. 6V6, 6L6, EL34 will fit into that socket. And the position of the switch is in the middle is off, and one position that says high, it's a higher gain, and the low gain is lower gain. And the other tube on the other side is a EL84. You can blend a EL84 and a 6V6 together. Both high gain or one high gain and one low gain. It'll give you a different tone.
And what's an EL84? What's the...
EL84 is a tube that's for the Vox.
So it's the Vox sound that you get
A Vox sound or any 18 watt, 2 EL84, Blues Junior, all those are EL84 based tone. EL84.
And what about the 6L6?
6L6 is more the Fender based, Bassman, Twin, all those use 6L6.
And you can swap these in and out, right?
You can swap it. It'll give you a different
tone. And there's no mess up in the tone?
No mess up, no, no bias setting, nothing. When you put another tube in, it'll self-bias to that tube.
Okay, tell me something. Who else is doing this right now?
There's no such amp on the market as far as I know.
So we're the only ones doing this?
Yes, we're the only one that's doing this weird switching, and it is creating different tones by switching different positions.
And it's creating different familiar tones, ones that we...
Yeah, all the familiar tone is when you use a EL34, many musicians can hear it's a EL34 tone coming out. When you put EL84, he can hear it's a EL84 tone.
Right on.
So you have a little amp with many amps inside the little amp. You're owning a Fender with 6L6, a Marshall with EL34, a Junior with EL84, and a Princeton. You can have one switch on, it becomes a Princeton style single-ended. Princeton style single-ended output. So it's a different sound too. You can have one switch off and one on. So it's a single-ended output called.
And you came up with this, how did you come up with this?
No, the single-ended is actually a Princeton, all these small little 5-watt, they use single-ended one output tube, either a EL84 or a 6V6. So with my switches, it gives you single-ended output or push-pull output. And all in
What's
class
a push-pull output?
Push-pull output is two tubes working together. That is, majority of the amplifiers on the market are push-pull class A. No, class AB. And not many amps are pure class A, because class A cannot give large outputs. So therefore I use my solid state to produce the output. The tube is merely just generating the tone.
Okay.
And these tubes is operating at very low wattage, 2-3 watts only, so it can last many hours, many years without replacing tubes.
And does the low wattage affect the tone at all? Like when you're running a low watt tube, does that do anything to the tone?
No, the low watt means you're getting the same tone, but you're not burning your tube at a higher heat so that it doesn't burn out so fast.
But what about the tone? Like, what about the sound that people want? They always say they run the tubes hot. What is are they actually running them hot, or they're not running them hot?
You have to run a tube hot to get that overdriven sound. But my method is I run the tube hot at a lower voltage, lower wattage, to get that same tone, but I need my solid state to make it louder. If without the solid state, it would sound very weak.
Okay.
The solid state is actually the output horse. The tube is the driver only. It's just driving it. It's not driving. But majority of the amp, they're using the output tube as a tone in the drive and the output. That's why it doesn't last, because it's overworking.
Okay. So tell me about your amp and the string dynamics. Like, what do they do?
They, when you play lightly, touch the string, it's clean. Only when you hit the string hard, it's going to overdrive the output tube to create an overdriven tone.
So our amps have a huge amount of dynamics.
Dynamics is very good, feel very good. A lot of customers tell me that. They say the feel is good and the dynamics is good.
You're a star, you know that?